last video, about 6 minutes into the whole 20 minutes, I basically spoke about dating apps. I was thinking, before I even tell stories about some of these horrendous dates I've been on, which I promised I said I would do, I want to give some words of encouragement for the single dudes and ladies out there. I said this in the last video, but I'm not that special. I got face tattoos. I have bad posture. I have the incel posture where you lean forward when you walk because, you've been on the computer so much or you game so much, my shoulders are never straight. I gotta lift my shoulders up, I don't stand upright. I have scars on my torso and my arms from self-harm. I'm not rich. I don't got money like that. I'm not broke. I don't even have my own place to live. And I'll add something onto all this as well. I already said all this last video, right? But I'm still very unhinged. No pun intended to the dating app. I have literally fumbled multiple women who I've matched with because I told them I'm literally diagnosed with BPD. I told them about my mental health history. Like y'all joke about in the comments. And I'm very upfront about this to women. I like toxic and unhealthy relationships. I like borderline abusive women. Just don't cheat on me or ruin my life or my money. You know what I'm saying? I'm keeping it very transparent. So, and also when I date healthy women, have a healthy relationship with somebody, I get bored and I leave. You know what I'm saying? Like listen, I know I got to go to therapy. I know I do. And if you watch the Aqua anime or know enough about me, you can pretty much tell from the topics I talk about and what I say. I'm like borderline schizo. I also have extreme social anxiety. I stutter when I speak. All this going on, I'm still unmedicated and unwell, okay? I just accepted it at this point. This is just me. It's just me at this point. You know what I'm saying? Yet, despite having all these flaws about me, physically and mentally, I'm able to get multiple dates consistently. I get matches on dating apps every day. And I joked about last video, like I'm trying to build like a football team here. I'm talking like 10 plus women at the same time. It's not my social life, but I got a lot of things going on here. And so I basically want to make my truth be told guy. You know what I'm saying? I think people are very hard on themselves when they get on dating apps. Like, I'm not good looking enough. I'm too shy. Well, I think if you take my suggestions in this video and perhaps apply them, I think you have a better chance of success. I think you have a better chance than me because, I have a lot of flaws and some of you guys, I don't think I want to compare, but like I have a friend. I gave this advice to him. He's like 5'2". Bro is short. He's a shorty. I gave him that advice. I don't want to call him a manlet because he's my friend, but bro's a manlet. And he's getting matches now. So, hey, there's no excuse. Can't use height anymore. So here's how I'll start this, right? Let's understand. Lesson number 1. Let's understand the mentality we have to fix. Because I think this is a major issue. Look, getting on Hinge or Bumble or Tinder or whatever dating app or site does not mean you are entitled to getting somebody. People act like, oh, I'm on Tinder now. Where is my assigned girlfriend? Like, and they don't consciously think that. You don't consciously think like, oh, where's my assigned girlfriend? But you subconsciously, you're like, I'm on a dating app. Where's my date? You know what I'm saying? And because of this, you think about this subconsciously, you get intolerant, impatient, and you start blaming all these other factors and conditions besides the fact that you basically want something given to you because you hopped on the app. Instead of being entitled and offended very quickly because you're not getting matches or likes, let's have some compassion for humanity. There are other human beings on this app who are very judgmental because when you're on a dating app, people will judge you. They're not employees who will be assigned to be your girlfriend or boyfriend or your date. Second thing to understand, and I said this in the previous video, the male to female ratio on dating apps is completely busted. There are a lot more males than females on these apps. This applies to all apps, not just Hinge, not just Bumble, not just Tinder, because of this imbalance, women get a lot more likes than men do. And sorry if this sounds harsh, but if you're a female and you get no likes on a dating app, you either have pictures that are objectively bad or very unpresentable, or your profile literally turns people away. Like it's just that bad. You know what I'm saying? And men go to women on dating apps. That's pretty much due to the imbalance in ratio, because there's a lot more men than females. Men just go to women. It's not that common as you think for men to get likes like that. And I said, like I said jokingly in the last video as a metaphor, like I said, I'm building a whole football team. Like I'm talking 10 plus women. I'm not dedicating my whole social life, but I have a handful of conversations open. And I've been going on dates almost every week or so. But you know what's funny? None of those women who I'm talking about, that those 10 plus women, all these dates I've been going on like every week, right? You know, none of these women, none of them liked my profile first. I ended up matching with them because I liked their profile first, and they saw my profile and then either accepted or declined. I mentioned before, I barely get likes. Like maybe like every 2 weeks or so, I'll get a like. And then here's the thing. Whether I get accepted or declined, let's say I get accepted or I match with somebody, that doesn't guarantee anything either, because what I said in this beginning of the video, I have many flaws and it caused many unmatches, or I get ghosted. But I used to take that personally. And this is another thing. Like, I used to be like, man, this bitch is ignoring me. What? She ghosted me. Yo, I'm not entitled to her. This is what I'm talking about. You're not entitled to anybody. She ghosted me, unmatched me. She wasn't my assigned girl. This is some chick who I was just talking to. All right. No reason to take it personal. I know myself enough where I know what I like and know what I want. I said in this video earlier. So you know what? You ghost me or unmatch because I'm off the rails and chaotic and weird and I'm crazy and I'm abnormal. Okay, bet. It wasn't going to work out between us anyway. Go find like some normie to be with. Like, I don't care. Like, I'm okay. It wasn't going to work out. Even if we continue to talk, like, well, this is not compatible. Oh, and I mentioned this in the previous video as well. And it correlates to what I mentioned about how I get a lot of matches. I leave likes on a lot of profiles at once. Like, I'll literally almost swipe yes to anyone who I find to at least be remotely attractive. You can't do that on any dating app unless you get the premium version. So I use Hinge, right? The dating app. I did get Bumble while it was on Hinge. Like, you can use multiple dating apps at the same time. You know what I'm saying? I don't really like Bumble, but on both of these apps, also, I don't know about Tinder. I don't use Tinder at all. Tinder is just filled with bots and people who just want to have sex. You know what I'm saying? It's not into that. Anyway, on these dating apps, you have to pay for premium to give an infinite amount of likes, to like a lot of profiles. And it's expensive. I think Hinge for 3 months or something, it's like $50. Hey, I'm telling you straight up, dating apps are pay to win. But I'm telling you, it works. If you get Hinge or Bumble and you're serious about dating, get the premium and invest. Don't just get the premium, just sit there, by the way, because that's another problem. People just get stuff, they pay for something, and they sit there and do nothing with their mouth open. Yo, once you get the premium, invest 10 to 25 minutes, maybe a day, per day, or multiple times a day, leaving likes on a bunch of people nearby. Or on Hinge, I don't know if you can do this on Bumble. I don't think you can do this on Bumble, but on Hinge, you can move your location. So, like, I'm in New York, right? I may move my location to, like, a close part in New Jersey. You get what I'm saying? Because I liked or denied a bunch of profiles here in my area. So I'll move like 20 miles away, 10 miles away. Like, I don't mind traveling, but you know what I'm saying? So, and then I'll see like a bunch of other profiles. And that's 10, 25 minutes leaving the likes on a bunch of people. You know what I'm saying? Then after that, simply play the waiting game. Wait until somebody matches with you. That's all. Also, I want to talk about red flags, right? Because I think I'm making it sound like every profile I see of somebody who's just hot, right? I just like, no. I have walking red flags myself, but I also have red flags when I see profiles. I never swipe yes or leave a like to several types of profiles. One, if I see a woman on Hinge or whatever, and she has her Instagram listed on her profile, I'm passing on that. To me, it's weird. Like, why are you putting your IG on your profile? Do you want followers or likes or something like that? Like, it also seems like bot behavior as well, because I've seen people, they'll leave their IG, their Instagram on their profile and be like, I respond better on Instagram. Just DM me on Instagram. Like, what the, like, you know why people do that? I think this is my theory. Hinge has like an automatic anti-abuse system, right? Because one time someone sent me a message that had a lot of buzzwords, like abusive buzzwords. It wasn't, they weren't, but you know what I'm saying? And Hinge warned me of the message. They were like, hey, this message seems to be offensive. Do you want to block them? Before I was even able to read the message. So like, maybe that's why. So maybe they're a scammer. And on the topic of scamming, you know, if you want to, don't put your IG on your profile. If you want people to verify you're a real person, just use the verify feature. And if somebody asks, then send your Instagram. Just leaving it on your profile, I automatically assume you're an attention whore or you're a scammer. So no to that. I also never swipe yes or leave a like on anyone in the medical field, especially nurses. I'm sorry to play the stereotype because it's a huge stereotype. Most nurses are cheaters. A lot of people in the medical field are cheaters. You know why? There was even a study about this that proved this. There's actually a study where they showed this. This is the highest field where people cheat. But you know why? You know why a lot of nurses specifically cheat? Because these type of jobs are very high stress and very demanding. And the hours are crazy. So you know what people do to pass time or to relieve stress? They flirt with the doctors or with each other. Because that's a fun thing to do. It's very high stressful. Well, you can't pull out your Nintendo Switch in the hospital. You know what I'm saying? So what else is there to do? You socialize. You goof around with your coworkers. You know what I'm saying? Anyone watching this video who works in the hospital or in the medical field, tell me if I'm lying. You see people having work boyfriends or work girlfriends, like, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I don't even if you say you're loyal and you're a nurse or in the medical, I'm good. Sorry, nope. And you know what's really funny? I noticed this. I noticed from this because I remember I go through a lot of profiles. I notice a lot of women on these dating apps, their job title is either nurse, just straight up nurse, or RN, which is registered nurse, which is basically the same thing. It's so common. Like, I gotta say, I'm not even exaggerating. Like 50% of women I see on these apps are nurses or have a high stress medical job. 50% is a lot, by the way. Half of the women, no thanks, pass. And the last red flag I pass on, and this is more me being irrational. Maybe this whole video is irrational already, but this is just my opinion. I'm picky. Maybe I'm being picky myself. This is my little nitpick here. And I genuinely think when I see this last red flag, I think this is a huge sign that this person has no accountability. They're inconsiderate and they're reckless human beings. I'm not into that. I like talking to women, but not into this. I don't know why women do this on these apps, but they post children. Like, they'll post a picture of them holding their niece, or, you know, a family member who happens to be a toddler, or, you know, some 10-year-old girl or some boy, or, you know, or like they're a teacher or something, right? And they post pictures of themselves and their students. Or they post so with their little brother, sister, clearly a child, and it's uncensored. Like, apologies for my language here. Are you retarded? Have you no shame or consideration? Like, even the teacher, like, okay, so you're posting a picture with you and your students. How do the parents know that you're on a dating app and you're posting yourself with your two students and their face is not censored? What you're on a dating app filled with horny men and judgmental men and strangers in general. And there's probably bots on these dating apps who scrape information and download pictures. They screenshot, they download pictures. So what are you doing? Like, you're publicizing, like you post yourself in a child's bare face on the app. Do you even respect privacy? Are you crazy? And this even applies to friends. You know, you post a picture with you and your friends, right? I get if it's on like Instagram or something on Facebook, obviously, you know, that's your own, everyone knows it's you. But this is a day people don't really know you. Why are you showing their face? I don't care if they consented to it. I don't want to see their face. It's weird. It's a dating app, okay? It's your personal experience to show yourself on a dating app. At least censor their face. I have a picture on my Hinge profile with me and my two friends. I actually put it on my Instagram. It's archived now. I should unarchive it. But it's me. You guys, some of you guys, I'm in a suit, right? And I'm at a party or something, right? And I'm like, my hands are around my two friends. And y'all may have remembered it, right? The faces are shown. on my Instagram because y'all know who I am. I'm not cool, you know. Y'all know who I am. But like on Hinge though, I use that same picture, but I put 2 emojis over my friends' faces. You know what I'm saying? You can't see what they look like at all, their face. Like, why would I put them out there, you know? Here's also another piece of advice, right? Because I'm nitpicking the red flags here, but I just want to get back to the advice here. Or at least the things I've learned. Once you get to the matching stage, right? Somebody matches with you, whatever. If you did what I suggested and liked a bunch of profiles, and that's how you got matched with somebody because someone liked you back, right? Do not message them first. Look, they matched with you. Hinge, at least, will literally tell you it's their turn to message you. It will show them on their phone that they matched with you and they need to reply to you. They need to message you first. If they can't spend 20 seconds, not even 20, to say hi or say something to you, count it as a loss. Immediately, it's GG. Doesn't matter how cute this person is, doesn't matter how much you're attracted to them, wrap it up. Write it off as a loss. She's not into you. She probably matched to see more details about your profile. Maybe didn't like what she saw, but didn't want to unmatch because she wants to keep her options open. See how crazy that is, right? Or she doesn't want to start talking to someone new because she got like a ton of people already talking to her or she's invested in. Or I've seen this online and I think it's hilarious, but entitlement is crazy. She believes she'll match with you, but she believes that the guy should approach her first in a conversation, even though it's her turn to reply. Look, fuck out of here. It's your turn to speak, not mine. I'm not chasing after you. And I mentioned this in the previous video too. Yo, don't chase females. Ever. It makes you look desperate, lonely, and that you're too available. Sometimes they also don't feel safe because of that. And this is my woo-woo to it, right? This is my conspiracy to it. I don't think it's conspiracy. I think it's just a theory, right? This is my logic to that. I think subconsciously, from a deep neurological and biological level, I think women want to feel safe and protected. But if you're a crash out who acts desperate, you don't seem safe to be around emotionally, and they don't know if you're crazy or obsessive. And remember, you know what I'm saying? Like, I won't feel safe. But if you're a crash out, you know what I'm saying? Like, would I feel safe around you? You know what I'm saying? You got to think about this. And you don't seem like a catch if you're too available. And I said this too. I said, whenever I match with someone, this is what I do. Whenever I match with someone and I like them and they like me, I engage more in the conversation and then I pull back. I let them chase me. If they truly like me enough, they'll keep talking and they'll open up more conversation. If the conversation is dry or very slow, I'm not even going to reply. I'm purposely not going to reply. You take 12 hours to reply to me, I'm not going to reply to you. I'm not, literally, I'll take 12 hours to reply back to you. I'm being petty about that stuff. Like, I'm showing you like, hey, I'm not into you like that. You know what I'm saying? You want it, you come get it. You know what I'm saying? And I only chased 2 women so far. I said this, right? I told you I went on a date with one last week and the other one ghosted me. I think I was chasing too hard for the one who ghosted me, right? And the one I went on a date with last week, I'll give you guys an update on that. The same time I recorded last video, we're done now. I'm not even talking to her anymore. She has, I won't put her business out there. I really, really, really like her, but you know, she has some sort of trauma and she's never really had a good experience with men. So she started panicking whenever I was taking care of her. And she said she wanted to be alone. You know what I'm saying? I think I have a theory. I said this before in the older videos, but I said some people, they don't know how to accept love. Some people, they want love. They say they want to be loved, but they don't know how to accept it. They don't know how to accept being cared for because they're so used to detaching and being disassociated and being alone almost. You know what I'm saying? And it kind of upset me that she sort of was like this, and because I chased after her too, and it made me feel unsafe. It made her feel unsafe that I'm acting unstable because like I'm sad that she's going, and you know, like now we don't talk anymore, her and I. So I fumbled a girl I really like because BPD Demon Aku keeps coming out when I get attached to people. Oh, and going back to something I mentioned earlier, pictures Pictures are very important. I am not great at taking pictures, but it's presentable at least. Go on any dating app subreddit or something, and you'll see a bunch of people going like, please review my profile, 25-year-old male. Yo, your pictures, man. You just, bro. Even as a straight male, when I see your pictures, you want to ask for the profile review? Even as a straight male, I don't want to hang out with you or talk to you, okay? I don't even want to be friends. These pictures are bad. And I take bad pictures too. So I don't mean to pass too much judgment. But don't put every bad picture you have up. One picture being bad is what it is. Listen, women are very picky. They don't want to admit it oftentimes. They're picky about height, your financial stability, whether you go to therapy. But if I said something about their weight, which is something you can work on and try to control, unlike your height, then suddenly I'm discriminating and I'm hate speeching. This is the logic that comes with this. You know what I'm saying? Okay, see how this logic works? So if your pictures are bad, they're already judging you off of other attributes. But if you can't even put some decent or bare minimum pictures up, you're cooked. If you don't know what kind of pictures you should take, copy someone. I don't know what kind of pictures to take. I'm not good. Yo, mimic somebody. There's all these thirst trapping dudes online, bro. Like, yo, go on Pinterest, go on Tumblr, do something. Look at some of these selfies some of these dudes are taking. Just try to copy it. It could be all selfies and mirror pictures. So what? You want your dog or cat in the picture? Do what you see someone else is doing, and they look good. It's not gay. It's not gay. Look it up. Also, try not to take pictures like it's a LinkedIn profile, by the way. Okay, you're not here trying to get a job, bro. If your profile looks too professional, I don't. I'm a little bit odded out by that too. Oh, okay. Here, I'm trying to give you guys a good example. I found one picture here. Oh my God, I'm sorry to roast this guy, man. Please, I promise you. But he posted a profile review, and this is, I'm gonna show it on the screen right now. And this is what the ego I'm talking about, the entitlement. 25 male, no matches at all. I consider myself a decent looking guy, but I'm having no success. Brother, you look depressed. And I don't want to say it. Don't say it. This is not in a hateful way, man. I'm just telling you what I'm thinking. You look queer, bro. And that's okay. There's probably someone who also is in that sort of category who may match with you, who likes that sort of feminine look, right? But here's the problem, right? Here's the problem. Why I say it's a problem. Let me show you guys his other pictures. Every picture, you look like you want to stab someone to death. Look at this one. It's almost like the same as the first one, right? Yo, look, I don't even feel safe looking at you. Remember I talked about how I believe women want to feel safe? I'm scared of you by just looking at you. Look at this next picture I put on the screen. Look, every picture is the same. You tilting your head like what the heck? Is like someone pushing you or something? Someone crack your neck or something? If that happened, I'm sorry if you have an actual like spine injury or something. I'm assuming something's wrong with your neck. Like you got some physical effect, bro. Like your mouth is closed all the time. Same earrings, and you look angry or depressed. I would be scared to approach you as a man. I don't care that you have this feminine mystique or this how I perceive queer look. But when you combine it with this dark cloud type of presentability, like look at this last picture. Open your mouth, bro. Open your mouth. Pause. But damn, every pic is the same. You in your car, head tilted like someone slapped you. Like, bro, mouth closed, and you got this depressing or almost angry, strong, egotistical look to you. Like something about you is just like, are you forcing this confident? Like, it doesn't look good, bro. And then the audacity. Remember the title of this thread? I consider myself a decent looking guy. Hey, that may be true. That may be true. But if you truly feel that you're very good looking, you in person, in a natural environment, You may be very good looking, but these pictures suck. Here's one last pic he shared. Yo, finally something different. Not in the car. Still with the head tilted. Mouth closed. Whatever. But in front of a garage door, bro. Yo, I like your outfit. I might actually wear this. I like this. It looks like you have pretty decent height. I don't know how tall you are really, but from this picture, it looks like you got some decent height. So remember I was talking about how people are picky. They like the height, you know what I'm saying? But if I say something about weight, whatever, right? You know what I'm saying? So, you're coming off like you got some height to you. So that's good, you know what I'm saying? And I think you're pretty fast. I like this outfit of yours. You can definitely dress well, at least in my taste. Outfit would look good in a mirror picture, but crack a smile or something. Raise your eyebrows instead of looking depressed or mad in every picture. Word of advice. If you walk around with your eyebrows raised, people find that you're more approachable. There was a study about this. Just walk around with your eyebrows raised. If you feel like people won't think you're mad all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the problem. People are looking to date somebody they can feel happy with. You don't look genuinely happy as a person. And this is probably the main reason why I said, even if I saw you walking down the street, I probably wouldn't be comfortable talking to you if this is your demeanor. I feel your energy is off just by looking at this. I would think you're mad about something in life. And that doesn't make me feel safe because I don't know you. Like how these women don't know you on these dating apps. They see what they see, they judge, they pick, they nitpick, and they say, I don't know, this ain't working for me. And I want to give last one piece of advice because too much on this guy here. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's fair criticism. That's what I think. He asked for a profile review, so I gave a profile review. Okay, here's my last piece of advice, though. You reap what you sow, in a sense, right? If you put zero effort into the dating app or dating apps, you're going to get zero. If your prompts are bad and lazy, or you don't want to invest 10 to 30 minutes reviewing all profiles nearby you to leave a like or whatever, or like I said on Hinge, just switch your location a little bit to like 10 miles away from your current location. You get a whole bunch of new profiles. Check them out too. If you don't do any of the work, expect nothing to happen. Now, again, sorry to be biased, but it's not always like that for women. Even I like profiles of women who have very basic prompts and lazy profiles. I tend to skip over profiles with one-word prompt responses or like completely brain dead responses. But if they're really good looking, I would still give them a like. But this should also speak volumes for men as well, who are good looking too. Men who are very good looking and normal, they don't have to do as much work. But that's pretty privilege. That exists in the real world and on dating apps. But if you do nothing and put zero effort in, you won't even get a chance. If you don't have pretty privilege, you don't even get a chance at this point because you don't even want to do anything about it. And you just want to sit there and bitch about it the whole time. Like, all right. Good thing you didn't try, right? Or put any effort in. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can't stress this enough. This is the main thing with me. Make people feel safe. I said a mouthful in this video about my problems. That is all the stuff I said in this video about how unhinged I am physically and mentally. That is nowhere on my profile. If you want to know how unhinged I am, you wait until you talk to me. Personally, once you match me, you know what I'm saying? If I trauma dump or act like I'm emotionally unstable from my profile, I've even been told, like when I first went on Hinge early April, one girl told me that it's a lot to take in for someone who views my profile. They said I trauma dumped on my profile. So I had to change my whole profile up. I removed everything that made me look unstable. I can't change my face tattoos. That already makes me look unstable. But hey, I'm still making it through. I turn it, you know what I do? Here's how I flip it. People ask, why you got face tattoos? I turn it into a story. I tell my past and how I overcame the darkest times in my life, which is true. Now that makes a woman feel safe. Oh, this guy has a dark past, like everyone does. An imperfect past. He's not perfect. He acknowledges that. He's aware of that. But he's clean. He's much better now. He's got this and that going. He's working on himself. He's doing X, Y, and Z. It's like, hey, it's stability. I feel there's safety with him. There's guidance. If I'm going through a tough time, now I know to go to my man, which hopefully will be him, who can help me get through my dark times because I'm an emotional mess. But hey, other times they stick around. You know what I'm saying? Or they feel like, also, some of them don't end up sticking around once I tell them my romantic desires. And then there I ruin it. You know what I'm saying? But again, some other people stick around. I feel like if I didn't like or desire toxic relationships, I probably would have better success. But hey, I'm sure a lot of y'all watching or listening, y'all prefer healthy relationships. You have a better chance than me. And hey, this is just my advice. This is what I've learned from my experience. These are things that I've started to apply, and it helped me get more success. I got pretty popular on these dating apps. I'm still on them. Like, I'm a disaster deep down though. But once someone gets to know me and they're tolerant, now I say the same for everyone else. Once someone gets to know you and they're tolerant, they'll accept you. They'll accept that you're not perfect or want certain things, or you got this flaw and that flaw. And if they like you enough, they'll always stick by. At least when y'all keep talking. Then whatever causes it to go left is what causes it. But again, if you trauma dump or act crazy straight off the bat or too early, it's dangerous. It's not safe. At least it's perceived as that way. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll give some story times now. Next weekend, maybe. I still need to record more gameplay footage or something. I haven't been gaming much. Like I said, I actually hopped back on Elden Ring a few days ago. But I'm so bad at it. Like, I never finished the game. And I never even went farther than like 1% of the game. You know what I'm saying? I don't have time to sit there and grind all day. I'll learn the mechanics and stuff. We'll see. But maybe you'll see some Elden Ring gameplay. It'll probably be laggy because for some reason my computer is like not rocking with it. I don't know what happened. Maybe whatever. Anyway, so this episode is found on Spotify and YouTube. I'm out.